Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everybody. It is Monday, August 16th, and you know what that means. It is time for the High Risk Wrestling Recap. I am your host, Jeremy Pierce. Check out the socials, Charismatic Creations on Facebook and YouTube, Charismatic_Creations52 on Instagram, and of course, the 215 on Twitter. And let's get into the news. There's rumors that Fox and AEW have had discussions, and we can confirm that those are just that, discussions. There's no deal. Then remember we talked about last week that AEW has trademarked something called AEW Shockwave, which sounds like it might be a new show. We will see about that. As you know, the deal with Warner Brothers Discovery is apparently done. We're just waiting for an announcement and see what comes out of it. Raw will be going through a really big format change ahead of its next Netflix move, starting on October 7th, which is 3 weeks away. A little over 3 weeks away. Raw will be airing for 2 hours from 8 to 10 for the rest of the year until December 30th before it moves to Netflix and goes back to 3 hours. We will see how this works out, how the show format changes, how things are going to play out, who's going to get on TV, the length of the matches, so on and so forth. The top 10 for the PWI 500 for 2024 has come out, and Cody Rhodes has taken the number 1 spot. In the top 10 from 10 through 1, we have Mystico, Gunther, Jon Moxley, MJF, Damian Priest, Tetsuya Naito, Seth Rollins, Will Ospreay, Swerve Strickland, and Cody Rhodes. The top 10 is fine. My only opinion of who should not be in the top 10 is probably Naito and MJF. Damian Priest should be in this top 10. It sucks that he's not, because he really should be here, and probably Nick Nemeth as well. TNA personality has announced that they will be leaving TNA. There will be Sam Laterna. She was a backstage interviewer and worked on the broadcast as well. She was an on-air personality, and she has wrapped up this part of her career. On the WWE Hulu side of things, so with the move of SmackDown to USA and Raw to Netflix, how does that play out for Hulu? Well, SmackDown debuted on USA this past Friday, and that was part of their new 5-year deal, whereas Raw, we know, is moving to Netflix starting in January of 2025. So SmackDown's contract with Hulu will conclude this coming weeks, and starting the next day, SmackDown will be available on Peacock. Meanwhile, the current deal for Raw will remain on Hulu until the end of the year, before Raw will transition to Netflix. So essentially, Hulu loses out on WWE programming. And in some amazing news, Athena has now become the longest reigning Ring of Honor champion ever. That's between the men. It's between the women. She has broken Samoa Joe's streak of 645 days. He was Ring of Honor World Champion for 645 days. She has been Ring of Honor Women's Champion as of September 15th for 646 days. The forever champion will not lose. On the injury side of things, Kiana James has been moved to the miscellaneous roster, and we come to find out she is out for 6 months with a leg injury. We don't know when she really got hurt, but she only competed on 2 matches on Raw before her injury. Another AEW star is banged up. That'll be one Matthew Jackson. He's hurting it right now. He's feeling it. He's got an eye injury, but he says he can go. And another AEW star has had shoulder surgery. That would be one Sanjay Dutt. He doesn't wrestle that much anymore, but he went under a surgery last week. He received a total surgery replacement and looking forward to getting healthier. An AEW star has had successful back fusion surgery, misses injury status, and that would be one The Blade. He is out. He's been out for a minute. Tag team partner of the Butcher, husband of the Bunny. Very, very popular. Hoping all the best for him, because we love the Butcher and we love the Blade. A TNA star has declined surgery despite being injured. That would be one Gail Kim. She has a ruptured tendon with no definitive pain, and she refuses to have surgery, so we'll see how therapy works out for her. Steph DeLander has announced that she must have neck surgery. That sucks. We don't know how long she's going to be out of action, but it's going to be for at least 6 months when you have surgery like that on your neck, which absolutely sucks. And Thunder Rosa is suffering from a concussion, so she will be out for the time being until she can get that under wraps. But that is the news, and we shall be right back with the week in review. All right, we start off with Monday Night Raw, of course, because, that's just what we do. The Hitman is back. We were in Calgary, so we open up with a tornado mixed tag team match as the Wyatt Six took on American Made in a street fight, and the Wyatt Six won that match after Uncle Hottie was like, all right, I'm tired. Getting off my rocking chair. Let me get involved. And they won. This feud should be over. American Made has lost all of the matches. Let's just move on. Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley is official for Bad Blood. This will be for the Women's World Championship. Finn Balor is in the ring. He says Priest held him back and cost him the World Championship. Finn Balor should be World Champion. He's not really wrong about that. The Judgment Day attacked Rhea and Priest, and then Jey Uso made the save. Braun Strowman says he's still dangerous, and Braun Breaker's like, nah, you ain't. I'm gonna just put you down. Bianca Belair and Jade retain the Women's Tag Team Championships over the Unholy Union. Dragon Lee has the LW watching his back. Bret Hart and Guevara, Sami Zayn both chide Gunther about being a coward. Gunther came out to get into Bret Hart's face and told Bret, you're great, but I'm better. And he told Bret that his favorite wrestler is Goldberg. If you don't know, it doesn't matter. But if you know, then you know. Braun gets into Pete Dunne's face backstage, and he's facing all the challenges. He's gonna put him down too, and then Sheamus jumps Pete Dunne, so it is not over between them. Dominic Mysterio beat Dragon Lee. Damage Control sends a warning to Bianca and Jade that they're coming for the tag team championships. The team of Zelina Vega, Lara Valkyria, the mystery partner, who is none other than Natalya, defeated the Pure Fusion Collective, and the Pure Fusion Collective once again loses another match. Drew McIntyre comes on and says he wasn't close to being done with the Punk because he won the bull rope match. But what he wants to know is why his close friend, who's been there for him time and again, Wade Barrett, why would you get into the way of me hurting Punk for everything that he's done? And he gets in Wade's face, and Wade's like, yo, what's up? And the person's like, bro, that's your boy Wade. You're in his grill. We need to stop. And he sets up a Hell in a Cell match for Bad Blood. And I would say this should have been the main event, as we are celebrating the anniversary of the first Hell in a Cell match at Bad Blood. But something happened on Smackdown. We'll just leave it at that. Karrion Kross gets into Miz's ear, and Kofi and X rebuff him. We're not done just yet with Karrion Kross. Rey Mysterio beat Finn Balor by DQ as Finn beat him down and would not stop the chokehold on the ropes. Finn gets the upper hand after the match, and Rey's left laying. And in the main event, right before the IC title number contenders match, Braun gets into Ilja's face and says, listen, we know what's going on here. You know you still can't beat me. And then Jay gets into Braun's face. So yeah, Jay won the Fatal 4-Way. He's the number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship. Raw gets a fist over on Dynamite. Mox explains himself, and we do start off with Mox backstage before the show starts, and he's like, yo, with the crew, he was tired, and he's tired of the egos, he's tired of all the BS, and things have to change. And they tried Bryan Danielson's way, and now it's his turn. Bro, you couldn't have a conversation? You couldn't just talk? Pretty sure Danielson would have been fine with it, my dude, but okay. We had a slight build to Kill Switch's eventual turn as Christian actually opened up the show, and he reminds everyone that he is still the world title contract holder, and he's like, yo, the belt's going to be mine sooner or later. Don Callis calls in his favor to Ospreay, and he'll be teaming with Fletcher in the Casino Gauntlet for the number of contenders to the tag team titles. And Takeshita did not look happy about that. Jack Perry defeated Lio Rush to retain the TNT Championship. Hangman tells Renee backstage that he's going to deal with everyone who got into his way to stop him. They try stopping him from hurting Swerve, and the first person is Jeff Jarrett, because Jeff got a Hangman face like, oh, you touch my wife. Yeah, we're going to have some issues. And a brawl. The BCC takes out Private Party and Commander before the match, and Pac says they've been patient and waited too long, and they're not going to wait any longer. Jericho wants his money from Orange Cassidy. Ricochet defeated Sammy Guevara in a really, really fine match. The Beast Mortal speared Ricochet after the match, and Sammy ran him off. We had set up for a future Okada to catch the match, which is what I want injected into my veins. Okada calls Don Callis a bitch. Darby confronts Mox, and he says he doesn't like what Mox did to Danielson. He had respect for Mox. He had respect for the BCC, and now that respect was gone because they had family, and he would never do what Mox did to Danielson. Darby would not do that to Sting. Mox says he's going to teach Darby a lesson that you're not ready to be world champion, and gets Darby to put his title shot on the line at Grand Slam. Mariah May defeated Queen Aminata in an eliminator match, and she says she needs her friend. Something is missing. She needs Mina Shirakawa to return. The Young Bucks won praise and will face the Casino winners at Grand Slam. We had a Learning Tree squash match, and then the conglomeration pays Jericho back in coins by dumping them all on his car. Nigel McGuinness says from the commentary that he has a match against Bryan Danielson at Grand Slam if Danielson is medically cleared. I get it that you wanted to do this match, but there was a better way of going about it than having Darby put his title shot on the line. This was just weird. It was the wrong way to go about it. Hook says he used to respect Roddy. He does not anymore. In the main event, Kyle Fletcher and Will Ospreay won the Casino Tag Team Gauntlet. I don't like that they won this because they're not really a tag team. I know they've tagged together multiple times, but they're not really a tag team, and they've beaten other tag teams in this match. And one, you're watering down the Casino Gauntlet match, and two, this is Ospreay being 3 for 3 in the Gauntlets match. Over on Impact, we had the Victory Road Go Home show. The show gets a fifth. Steve Maclin defeated Alexander Hammerstone. I think he's just going by Hammerstone. Now, Eric Young tried making the save, but Jake something got involved and stopped all of that. Trust the system. Just trust the system. It's the same promo. Just trust the system. Eric Young and Steve Maclin have each other's back, and they challenge something and Hammerstone to a match at Victory Road. Heather Reckless makes her debut and gets an assist from Ash by Elegance for the W. Didn't think that Heather would be working with the heel, but I'm interested. A new woman is coming to TNA, and spoiler alert, it's Xia Li. She'll probably be going by a different name because you can't have Xia Li and Xia Brookside on the same roster. Macardona makes Steph Durlanda his tag team partner for Victory Road, and PCO chokeslam Cardona. So we're going to see what happens there. Spitfire cut a promo. They're ready to take the tag team titles back. ABC beat First Clash. The battle is far from over with Jonathan Aggression within himself. Joe Hendry has a new song about Josh Alexander, which is pretty good. He also calls him Wish Kurt Angle, which is really, really funny. And Hendry will claim that W. Alexander's like, nah. Ariana Grace tells Jordan Grace that NXT and TNA will get along just fine because Ariana is the liaison to those two companies. Wants to go online and check out Ariana finally interacting with her father, Santino Marella. Ash Elegance beat Xia Brookside with an assist from Heather Reckless. This is curious. The Concierge offers Heather Reckless a makeover. Nick Munoz says he will beat Moosin in the main event. The Hardys defeated the System. The Victory Road results from Countdown, the pre-show. We had Kushida defeat Leon Slater, and then Hammerstone and Jake Something defeated Eric Young and Steve Maclin. And then on the main card, the Hardys defeated First Class. Speedball Mike Bailey defeated Zachary Wentz to become the new X Division champion. Spitfire beat the Militia to win the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Championship. Remember, Alicia Edwards is suffering from concussion, so Tasha still replaced her. Joe Hendry beat Josh Alexander. The System defeated ABC to win the TNA World Tag Team Championships. Jordan Grace defeated Wendy Chu to retain the TNA Knockouts World Championship, and Nick Nemeth beat Moose to retain the TNA World Championship. From SmackDown, this was the season premiere on USA. This show gets a thumbs up only because of the opening and ending match and segments. That's it. So Triple H welcomed us to the show. We're ready. They have a new logo, a new song, which is done by Megan Thee Stallion. And the opening match was Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa in the Steel Cage match for the Undisputed WWE Championship. And this was a really fine match. Cody won clean, no interference. And then Roman comes out after the Bloodline attacked Cody. He gets into the ring. He shuts the cage door. Powerful. Right? And he attacks the Bloodline, and Jacob Fatu gets in. and he shuts the door, and him and Roman are almost face to face, and Solo pulls out Jacob. We're going to get this match. Nick Aldis says the Bloodline was a tag team match at Bad Blood, and Cody says he's done. As far as the Bloodline concerned, they are Roman Reigns' problem. Michin defeated Piper Niven. Chelsea Green attacked her after the match, giving her an unpretty her onto a trash can. A-Town Down Under loses to KO and Randy Orton. Originally, KO's partner was Ricky, just some guy named Ricky, but it was announced that Randy is here, so he gave Ricky a stunner. Bayley and Naomi get the better of Nia and Tiffany, and we'll get a tag match with the winners being able to face Nia at Bad Blood. Andrade beat Melo in their series, their random best of series, to go up 3-2, and LA Knight comes out later to tell Andrade, after the match, to tell Andrade that it's his turn for Andrade to take it. Nia and Tiffany go to Bianca and Jay and say, 1, they're going to hurt Naomi, and 2, they want the tag team titles. And in the main event segment, Roman Reigns comes out, sans wise man. Says he doesn't need anything. He doesn't need anybody. Kind of. He does, even though he doesn't have the Ulafala, he is still the tribal chief. This is his company, his WWE. And then Cody comes out and just puts the title into his face and says, you know what I mean? This ain't yours anymore. After a tussle with the Bloodline, Cody signed the contract and we will have the tag team match. And I was like, do you make this match the main event, but you still have the Hell in a Cell match? I think you got to make the Hell in a Cell match the main event for Bad Blood. Over on Rampage, the Conglomeration beat the Dark Order. The Kingdom got into Sammy and Dustin Rhodes' face, and they want the tag team titles. The Ring of Honor tag team titles, to be more exact. Camille won a squash match. Christopher Daniels steps up to Jack Perry, so he'll be facing him for the TNT Championship. Over on Collision, Roderick Strong beat Beef. Beef is super over. Beef is not Anthony Henry's tag team. He's replacing Anthony Henry's tag team partner, who's the cousin of. It's I forget who the name of the person. The Righteous calls out the House of Black. Dig what I'm saying, man. The Outcast defeated the Hex, and then Jamie Hayter runs off the Outcast, and Saraya leaves Harley. So Hayter drops Harley, and then in the main event, Takeshita defeated Action Andretti. Over on Collision, this was a fun show. This show gets the fish. Jake Perry arrives, defeats Christopher Daniels, retaining the TNT Championship, and then leaves. Wheeler Yuta is out of sorts just because of what happened with, his grouping and everything. How is that really going to work out? Hologram of the Conglomeration beat the Premier Athletes in the Beast Mortos, and the Beast Mortos attacked Hologram after the match. The Learning Tree attacked Orange Cassidy backstage. Stokely Hathaway has all these VHS tapes, right? And he ends up on a tape of the Young Bucks versus Sting and Darby Allin. So what is Stokely over here cooking up? Yuka Sakazaki is here. He tells Mariah May that she wants her belts. Mariah's like, that's adorable. Mariah May is not ready for murder Yuka Sakazaki. I'm just saying. Yuta overcomes himself to defeat Anthony Henry. Serena Deeb still thinks Queen Aminata is not ready to be champion, and Queen Aminata is not really all about that life. She ain't dealing with Serena Deeb. Commander and Private Party won a squash match after, getting attacked on Dynamite this past week. Yuka Sakazaki defeated Serena Deeb, and then Mariah May attacked Yuka Sakazaki, but Yuka got the better of her. Mariah was on commentary for this match. The Bang Bang Gang defeated the Cage of Agony. This match came from like 3 months ago. Queen Aminata asks Deeb, is that really how it's done? Looks like you got nothing to teach me. And then Aminata went on to defeat Robin Renegade, so Deeb attacked Aminata after the match. The House of Black are ready for all challengers, and in the result, I do not agree with FTR defeated the grizzled young veterans. I did not like the results of that match, and the Outrunners end up making the save for FTR. Matches of the week from Raw: Ilja Dragunov versus Jey Uso versus Braun Strowman versus Pete Dunne in a number of contenders match for the IC Championship. From Dynamite, Ricochet versus Sammy Guevara. From Victory Road, Speedball Mike Bailey versus Zachary Wentz for the X Division Championship. And from SmackDown, the Steel Cage match, Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa for the Undisputed WWE Championship. That was a really fun match, and I thought there would be better matches. I didn't really feel the Casino Tag Team Gauntlet. I just think kind of watering down that gimmick. But our star of the week, we got 2 of them. First, the Outrunners, who are just super over, and Yuka Sakazaki, who made her return. But that is our show. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Check up on the screen what we got coming up, locking some things down for you. It's going to be fun. Check out the socials, Charismatic Creations on Facebook and YouTube, Charismatic_Creations 52 on Instagram, and of course the 215 on Twitter. I see you when I see you. Peace.